Doug Dinn has built a successful business helping kids learn.
I have an after-school program. I help kids with homework, tests, quizzes, and then I teach the SAT.
But now Dinn has learned a horrible lesson the hard way. What false accusations spread on social media can do to you. Destroy your life.
I was shocked.
Dinn recently won a defamation lawsuit in the Harris County Courthouse against a woman who went online to accuse him of something horrible, a sexual assault of her.
Basically, she weaponized social media to attack me. The court is the only place that I could get some sort of credibility and my name back.
It was June 2020 when Gina Nguyen posted this on Twitter. Doug Dinn is the man who sexually assaulted me. She had met Dinn when she was a teenager at his tutoring academy, but she was 19 when the two met again here at the Memory Cafe. Afterwards, they wound up together at this nearby hotel.
Once we got inside the room, we started making out, and then that's how things went about.
Dinn says the two had sex. Consensual sex. But when Nguyen's cousin couldn't reach her by phone that night, she called the cops, and they showed up at the hotel. Both Dinn and Gina Nguyen said everything was fine, so the cops left. When did you find out she was claiming you assaulted her?
About 2 years later, when around May, end of May, I was sitting at my friend's place, and that's when I got messages from some other people saying, hey, there's some accusation about you online.
2 years later, that's when Nguyen started saying online that Dinn had sexually assaulted her when she was intoxicated. The fallout was immediate. His reputation, his business, it took a big hit in Houston's tightly knit Vietnamese community.
It shied people away. We lost business because of it.
The Me Too era, women feeling comfortable enough to report alleged abuse at the hands of men. When it's true, it's justice. But when it's not, it's a dangerous weapon. Dinn did what a lot of us would do too. He went on social media to deny it, say it wasn't true. But he was too late, the damage was already done, so he took Nguyen to court, suing her for defamation. Then Nguyen, under the name Jane Doe, filed her own lawsuit against him for the alleged assault.
From the moment I met him until today, he's never wavered, he's never changed.
The case ended up in the 270th District Court. The Honorable Deidre Davis presiding.
We want a judge to make sure law and order equals justice.
The fight in that courtroom centered on a key piece of evidence. Nguyen claimed to have sent this text message to her cousin that night 6 years ago, which she said would help prove she had been assaulted. It says simply help, a message supposedly sent after 2 in the morning. But something didn't look right to Dinn's lawyer, Dean Blumrosen. He hired an expert to take a closer look.
One of the pieces of evidence that we discovered in this case is those were manufactured, that she manipulated them.
The expert found these screenshots were actually created long after the incident happened.
The screenshots had last been saved 18 months after they were supposedly created, and the last been saved by Photoshop, which is a tool designed for enhancement, manipulation, editing of images.
Manipulation of social media messages. The Dinn case, it provides a disturbing example of just how easy it is.
Those text messages were damaging. If they're not true and you're manipulating them, it really goes to your credibility.
Doug Dinn also took a polygraph exam. They asked him about consent and what happened during the night with Nguyen. The test determined he was telling the truth. And Nguyen couldn't keep her story straight on the stand, and Judge Davis, she knew it. She resisted turning over her phone records. They would prove the texts were never sent. We know what happened in court because we have an audio tape of Judge Davis from that very day, dressing down Nguyen's lawyer. The transparency in that courtroom should spread throughout our courthouse.
But I do not believe this client. I don't. And I have a notepad full of reasons why I do not believe her. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like zero credibility.
But Judge Davis wasn't done. She then sent a message that needs to be sent all over this country because the Me Too movement, it's being abused.
As women, we go through a lot, and it makes it difficult for women that are actually telling the truth. When you have the story that your client has told here today with the holes that she told, it's infuriating on some levels to the women who were in the Me Too and women today that are being violated.
In this case, it was Duck Dinh who was violated.
I knew everyone was looking at me as the bad guy, and that's why I had to sue her, because that was the only place I could help me get my reputation back, or my name back.
The only place you could get justice.
Correct.
Judge Davis gave Dinh his justice. It was never about the money. Dinh asked for just $1 in damages.
Again, I tip my cap to her for what she did.
But vindication in court did not solve his real problem, the problem in the community. How could he get his name back? That's why he came to us.
I came to you because I felt like the story needed, I wanted more people to know about it. I felt like people would understand the other side of quote unquote the Me Too movement.